Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 7 of our Switzerland road trip. If you missed the last episode, I'd highly encourage that you go back and watch it as we experience Giessbach Falls, one of the most unique places in Switzerland. Today will be a bit of a shorter episode, but still an exciting one for sure. We visit two places not too far from Interlaken today, St. Beatus Caves and Giessbach Waterfalls. The entire time we had two absolutely outstanding lakes acting as a backdrop. These are the same two lakes you saw in our episode from Giessbach Platt, Thunersee and Brienzersee. Both have a stunning shade of blue, Brienzersee being exceedingly beautiful with its glowing turquoise color. St. Beatus Caves were our first stop of the day and was a last-minute addition to the trip, but I'm glad we got to stop by because I actually think it's quite the gem. When you think of Switzerland, you often picture the mountains, lakes, and valleys, not caves. To enter, you'll have to park right alongside Thunersee and walk up a hill to the cave entrance. Then you'll go ahead and grab your ticket, which as of this video's recording costs 19 Swiss franc. Definitely a fair deal if you ask me. Also at the top is a restaurant where you can eat my favorite Swiss food, Appler Macaronen, while outlooking the majestic Thunersee. Now it's time to enter the cave system, which you do not need a tour guide to enter. This was quite possibly the biggest pro of St. Beatus Caves because if you remember, the only other time I visited a cave on this channel was at Kings Canyon National Park, and the experience was very hard to enjoy because of the crowds. Getting to walk through this very long cave system at a leisurely pace was a joy, and it's extra easy to do because of the well-built illuminated path threading the entire thing. Each cave room, as they call it, has their own name and its own unique focus. Some rooms were centered around stalagmites, others stalactites, others really cool water systems and reflections. The St. Beatus cave left me very enthused as there was always something new for me to look at in each room. I was also impressed by the sheer size of the cave. It's not the largest I've been inside, but it's definitely the longest. Once you reach the end, you also have to walk all the way back to the entrance, making the journey even longer. Be sure to devote at least 2.5 hours at the caves to ensure you have enough time to take everything in. If you're in the area, this is definitely something I'd recommend stopping by and doing. The St. Beatus Caves are not too expensive, it's not overly touristic, and it's well worth your time. Up next, we were heading to Giessbach Waterfalls, a series of seemingly endless layers of falls that eventually flow into the unbelievably beautiful Brienzersee. The closest parking lot is just a short walk away from the lowest level, which is already my favorite. It's to my knowledge that the falls weren't flowing anywhere close to the level they flow in other seasons, but still not bad given the summer heat. All layers of the waterfall put together are about 500 meters or 1,640 feet tall, which is pretty impressive. As I said, the lowest level is my favorite, but if you keep walking up the trail, you'll get to see more, including this one that you can walk behind and touch the water from. At this point in the trail, you'll also begin to see Brienzersee in all of its glory better, and the views only seem to get superior the more elevation you gain. The next few layers of waterfall are definitely smaller than the previous two, but still beautiful nonetheless. This one is pretty scenic, and while viewing it, we noticed an incredible looking butterfly with a really cool color combination. At the time of my visit, I assumed that the next waterfall to come was the final one on the trail, only because there were no more marked on Google Maps. But supposedly, you can continue on the trail for God knows how long and see more levels of this very pretty waterfall. As a whole, we had a pleasant day with these two attractions, culminating a rather eventful rest day before some more heavy hitters on the trip. I hope you all enjoyed today's content and will consider liking and subscribing so that you don't miss any more videos like this one on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Bye guys.